Welcome back to the rainiest town in Banished. That's probably not even true. Anyways, if you recall, we left off with our town growing. We're getting some various levels of production. I know some of you are itching to have me convert over some gold, and we might do that. So here's what I wanted to look at. Do we have gold bars? I have 24 gold bars showing up here. What I don't know is where the heck on the map they are, but I know that they're showing up, which means for JS, I'm going to send him a message on Facebook when I'm done with this, and I'm going to say, here they are. Here are the gold bars. And as long as they show up in your town hall, I think you're good to go. So, as our friend Sherlock Holmes says, the game is afoot. I am going to be converting. Actually, I probably want to do coal since that's fewer coal. We've got 6 gold ore there. We've got 1 gold ore there, and yeah. So we've got a few extra laborers. I'm gonna go ahead and throw somebody in here. That's already got stuff, so I'm gonna turn that off, and I'm going to put these pearls. We'll never get 100 pearls, but if we get 100 pearls, that's 2,000 value. So that's why I picked that mark. We're doing great on firewood. What we really want this episode is to build up. I'm just going to switch this over to leather and be done with it. We looked at the end of the last episode and had we're just gonna push through and get this up to the 100 close. I'm sick of waiting for this phantom flax. I have no idea where that went. Yeah, it says we have 24 flax, so maybe, you know what, let's do the right thing. Let's put this on flax conversion. We'll use this to convert the flax, and we'll use this to make... This is how we want it to be. Like long term, I'm just trying to set a precedent here. We'll make whatever cloth or linen here, and we'll make the final product here, because this we can bump up as is needed. We should be okay for the immediate future. We should be. Alright, so how are we doing? Let's check our housing ratio. Okay, so we've had a few deaths, so we don't want to build new houses yet. We're in autumn of 12, so maybe in a couple more seasons we'll open up a house or two, but we don't want to open up a lot. We're 2,800 food. Happy to see that for sure. Go ahead and gather some things there. Pear seeds. Okay, finally getting some food seeds in. We do not have 25. Okay, so this is 400 here. How much is this? 300 plus 400, 700 plus 200 is 900. That's just over a third of the way there. Alright, hold that thought. We might need to bring some things up here. I know this isn't super thrilling to watch me work traders, but you gotta do what you... Ooh, cabbages. Yes. Okay. Do we have 5,000 resources to make this happen? Probably not. Do we have 5,000 extra resources at all? This is why it's good to have a town hall, because it can help with deciphering. Okay, so we could do 1,000 sand. We could do a lot of beeswax. little bit of iron if needed, a little bit of salt. I think what I'm going to do is prioritize the cabbage. I'm going to prioritize the cabbage. We want 1,000 beeswax and 1,000 sand. And we're going to give this guy a helper to get that done. 40 of this is 800. So that's 2,800. Which we won't need all of that, but you get the idea. Okay, great. So that'll get us some cabbages. Okay. I forget how I typically do this. That's definitely not what we needed to have happen there. I don't know what to do. In the past, I think... Did it go away? Yeah, and it killed my sheep. Cool. Well, I'm glad I had those sheep that just died due to an infestation. We got 12 wool. Thanks for your sacrifice for the cause, sheep. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. That's not how I drew things up. But it wouldn't be a challenge if it was easy. That's gonna make it hard to be in a good mood about that one. I worked so hard to get to those sheep, and then it just blew up in our face. Okay, alright, resilience is key. Must move on. We're gonna have some cabbage seeds here pronto. Look at this. Look at us go. Got a new adult. Came into their own. This, I suppose, we can turn off. That person can be a laborer until we get another person in. Okay. Change this to 1,000. Change this to 700. And lovely. Inventory, we'll leave that there. We'll bump that back down. We'll bump that back down. Okay. Tell them they can go home, and we will dismiss the trader. And now we will hire our first farmers. Lovely. So they'll live here, walk through there, and farm. Put everything in this barn. I may end up switching that out for an orchard if I get some orchard seeds like these pear seeds. Now here's what we have to decipher. Is it possible to get these pear seeds? I don't think it is. I think I'm going to let him go for now. We need to put some laborers to work gathering food. Did you see that? At the end of the last episode, our food was at 2,800. And I thought to myself, this feels stable. This feels good. here we are, 1200. Now, it is important to watch the seasons once you're dependent on the crop cycle, because certain times of year you'll get more than others. But we are very dependent on gathering in this particular setup. So I'm going to go ahead. That's a long way to walk. Maybe we'll pass on that for now. I was thinking about which direction to expand, or if we want to expand, what that would look like for us. I haven't quite decided what we're going to do in the long term here. I know that oh, how many did we make? I totally lost track of yes, 22 more. Okay, we'll switch you back over to iron. Keep making, okay, we've got some silver ore there. I bet making some silver bars would be good for trade also. I may do that if we ever get caught up on our iron supply. I don't think I have a ton of iron ore. I can tell you exactly. Okay. We've got 194. Okay, great. Great. See, okay, so see how these flowers are getting up there? What I could do to utilize the flowers is I could build a perfumery that would allow us to make perfume as a trade good. I know I say this like every episode, but there's a lot of different ways to play this game, and it's true. There really are. Okay, we've got a lot of fodder thatch over here. If we want to keep doing this, do we want to bump this up? We've been consistently at 600. I want the log amount to go up, but if they're making things out of fodder thatch, it might pay off to just keep this up. Let's keep it at 500 for now. It's fine. I could probably stop gathering all the lumber though. Alright, so sorry this has been kind of a all over the place experience here. Now that we're in year 13 and we know that I've already made 46 gold bars, that's really encouraging to me. So figure once we get things evened out, let's say I can get to 50 every 10 years. I think when I started when I came up with the idea, when we were kicking around the idea of doing this, I remember thinking like, so, you know, would it be possible to make 200, 300? Like, what does that even look like? And I mean, we haven't made a ton, but I think in time it'll get there. Okay, so the goats are making milk. Look at all these cabbages. Perfect. This is gonna be nice. Get some fresh veggies in. Wow. Keeping that wild food picked clean, aren't we? How are they doing down here? So this is a hunting cabin. That's nice. That's a pretty good ratio. They're bringing in a good bit. Look at that. 400 berries. Good. Almost 200 oats. I wonder the next time I get this beeswax up a little bit if I should switch over to honey for a while, because that would be food. Maybe. I also could sprinkle in some homes along the coast here so that people that live out here, work out here, don't have to walk quite as far. Thinking this little bridge here might be in our near future so we can start extracting resources there. That doesn't feel too far to me. It'd be nice if this big mountain was maybe pushed up here a little further, give us some land to make it worth crossing the river there, since we're up along this small river. So nice and tidy. But I'm also pretty comfortable with us coming out this way. I mean, we're going to be able to build houses as far as here within this market. And the walk for somebody that lives here to come and work like fields over here is not that crazy. So maybe what we'll do is start with something like that. Go ahead and that'll get us some logs coming in. I feel like we can put more production buildings up here because this is about we're gonna fit in plenty of housing between these streets. Speaking of which, probably time to free that up. How are we doing on lumber? 384 lumber. Okay. Go ahead and slow your roll a little bit. I think food production is what we want to put up here, so we can refine some of this food and get it to last longer. So I'm going to put in a saltery. Okay. I did this last episode, I'm sorry. I should have remembered. What I meant to say is we're going to put some food production up here above the mines. I don't think that will affect it. I hope it won't affect it. I love this old smokery building. This might be one of my favorite buildings in the entire Red Ketchup mod. But I think I want to put that more like downtown. Let's put the dry shack up here. Alright, give them a road. They have... where's the nearest barn? Way down here. Okay. Well, these pilgrims along this path are probably going to want a barn. So, maybe we'll put one here. And we will double this road. And we'll go there. Alrighty. How did we do? 500. So we've got an easy grand. An easy 1,000 food right here. Coming straight into this barn. And a bunch of it already taken out. Good. So, do we have cloth? Or cotton, I should say. We've got 25 cotton. How much linen? We have 17 linen. So we're going to switch this over to one leather, one linen. And we're going to switch this over to make us some cloth. Okay, traders are in. Banana seeds. Banana. The good thing about this being the general goods market merchant is that I can eventually, when we have like way more food than we need, you can trade food for seeds. Okay, you stay here. Let's think about this. Sheep. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. You get out of here. This is just cruel, okay? This is cruel. So we need 1,200 again. What did I say? This is like 400 with what I have here. $900. All right. What do we have 300 of just sitting around? 300 flowers coming right up. I have to be honest with you all. I find stuff like this infuriating when the game does stuff like that. Like it kills your sheep and then the next trader that comes brings more sheep. I mean, of course I'm glad that it brought more sheep. Of course I'm glad. But I'm also triggered that it killed the other ones off. And it's making me pay another 1,200. I'm also making a stone road here just so that it's a little bit easier for them. And for those of you... Oh, it's all here. Sweet. Alright, I'm going to make this trade. I'm going to put the sheep in their... I should say back in their pen. And we'll call it an episode. 1,200. Let me get the inventory straight before I... That's fine if you want to... Yeah, that's fine too. That's fine as well. Hide coats. Okay. Lumber. Let's hold on to our lumber for now. We can do that if we have like way extra, but... Wait. Are they going here? Because it's assigned to sheep? It knows? They know. Huh. That was weird. Sorry, I got a little distracted there because they really shouldn't have done that. But all good. Alright everyone, so we will conclude where we began. This episode is a bit of a sheep story. I guess I've told more boring stories over the years than a sheep story. Alright everybody, thanks for your time. I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye bye.